YouTube, everyone, welcome back to the channel as we continue our grind to Iridescent. In this game, we're going to be showing you guys what traps to avoid. Avoiding these traps in rank play will help you guys improve and get to the level you want to be. If you guys are enjoying the series, make sure to drop a like, and I'm also interested in reviewing some of your gameplay, so let me know down in the comments if you guys will be interested. If enough people comment and like the video, maybe that's something we can introduce to the channel. So starting off with the first trap is getting complacent and losing spawns, especially when you have spawns. That is the biggest problem I see, and we're going to start off by trying to avoid that. Now, this gunfight here, right here, first mistake, right there. I lose a gunfight by not looking at the opponent. Now, when you look at a map, right, most of the time, let's just try to look at a bird's eye view while we're rotating and just really think about this. While the hill's on, while this P1 is going through, there's fights going on. Let's say there's a 3v3 gunfight on the hill, right? It has 6 players involved. The other 2 people, so 1 from each team, are rotating. Whoever wins that gunfight essentially wins the rotation and can potentially win up to 60 points for the next team, the next rotation. So the rotation is the most important thing. And so many people don't worry about the rotation. But not only the rotation, they don't worry about the spawns. So for me, the first trap is making sure to rotate and getting those spawns. Now, going through to this kind of hard point here, I'm doing, I wouldn't say I'm doing too much, but what I like to do personally is I like to play around the hill, avoid getting trapped in the hard point, and always try to play around the hill if possible. And right here's a perfect example. Honestly, really good play right now. We go through, we get a massive 3-piece, and if you guys could honestly rewind that right there, I think we played that perfectly. The way we started the hill off, we got a kill, we wrapped all the way back around, and the key point there, the key thing to avoid in terms of trap is don't get trapped into sitting on the hard point when you can get out of the hard point for maybe 3 to 5 seconds, finesse around, get another kill, and then get the time. I see so many people scared to leave the hard point empty. You know when the hard point's white and it's empty, right? Don't think of it as a bad thing. Think of it as an opportunity to confuse your opponent and get into a better position. Honestly, it's such a crucial thing that I always do, and I don't see a lot of people do it, honestly, is kind of get out of the hard point to get into a better position where you can potentially get more time than if you just sat on the hill. So right here, we're going to the P2 area. I'm going to watch the top here. Really good centering. We're making one shot, and this is just about being patient, perfectly waiting. I know they're going to spawn through the middle map here, so we're doing, honestly, I think we're doing a really good job right here. One of my best starts so far in terms of positioning and everything. We go through, we make the guy in the middle one shot. We're going to pre-fire the second guy. Perfect play. There was a guy in the top window. I was like, you know what? We made him one shot. Instead of just sitting here waiting for him, let's just reposition, go towards middle map. And honestly, I think we're playing this flawlessly right now. So the next trap to do on this side is rotating through the worst possible scenario. Right here's a perfect example. In my opinion, I wouldn't rotate through the left here. I would always rotate through the right, rotate through green. You can see this is, I mean, I'm literally talking about it as I'm doing it. This is not the rotation, in my opinion, you want to do. The reason is, it's actually funny because I was talking about it and we still do it. It might work out here, which is terrible timing for the video, but yeah, okay, let's see what happens here. Do I die? No, okay, I win the gunfight, so it's not going to really apply right now. But honestly, 9 out of 10 times, if you go through the left, they have more chance to kill you. That guy probably should have killed me, so that's actually funny because I was talking about what not to do and it actually worked out. Obviously, it's going to work out sometimes. It's just one of those plays. But if you're going to go for the more likely play, the bigger probability there was to rotate through green. So my main kind of point of this, you know, this terms of what trap to avoid is try not to rotate through the less favorable side. Obviously, it's going to work sometimes, and I guess this is kind of a good example to show you that although something may work, it's not the most profitable way. It's not something that's going to happen most of the times, and you have to play your probability. So this time, yeah, surely it worked, right? But let's say out of 10 times, it might only work 1 or 2 times, because most of the time, if you go through that right side, it's very easy for your opponents to kill you. I got kind of lucky, and I absolutely fried that guy. But going to the next hard point, let's see what we can do in this scenario. So as I mentioned, you want to kind of wait for your teammates here, but at the same time, you have to be careful. So in this scenario, I'm going to go through, take out the first guy, turn around, and honestly, I'm playing my life pretty well. I'm going prone here. I'm being very careful in case the second guy pushes me, and I know he's somewhere here, so we're going to turn around, and we're just going to watch this other corner. I really like this play. We're going to slide in, go through, make him one shot, and we're just going to see where he comes from. He comes from the other door. Unfortunately, we do get taken out by the third enemy, but in terms of positioning there, we were basically by ourselves, and I think we did a really good job of kind of pushing through. 35 seconds left, right? I want you guys to think, what do we do in this scenario? Do we rotate? Do we push the old hill? I think it's okay to push the old hill right now, especially while we're fighting for scrap time, and as soon as we have a bit of a foothold, now we can rotate. Perfect. I'm doing exactly what we spoke about. I'm rotating now. As soon as my team gets that hill, I'm rotating, but you have to be careful right there. The opponents were a second ahead of me. Because I went to the old hill first, I need to expect that the opponents are going to be there. Now, okay, this is another trap I want to talk about. When you get a lucky spawn like right now, make sure to use that to its full advantage. Do not throw away lucky spawns. When you get a lucky spawn, when you spawn in the new hardpoint, when your team's not there, and you get one of those random spawns, make sure to play your life, make sure to finesse like we're doing now. We go through, we make sure the guy's one shot, we almost take out the second. Honestly, I pre-fired him. That was just really, really unfortunate. But if I got that kill, that would have been an excellent play, considering we weren't rotated, the enemies were set up, we would have got a massive two-piece. But we have to talk in reality, we didn't get the two-piece, and now it's about breaking the hardpoint. So I kind of wasted that life there, and that's the kind of trap you don't want to get into. If you have the spawn, try to utilize it, try to play your life. We're going to go through, good centering onto the first guy. We make the second guy one shot. We managed to get a pre-fire off. We take him out. The third guy's out on the top. We take him out. Now we know the last guy's in the hill, and honestly, I trolled this, man. Really unfortunate. I'll tell you what, give you another trap for free. Practice your movement, because it might bite you in the arse like right there. Honestly, that would have been a fantastic 4-piece. I don't know why I keep trolling that jump, man. I can do it, but when I'm in game, I just choke so bad, which is really stupid. No excuses. I need to get better at that jump, especially on this road to Iridescent, man. I'm sure a lot of you guys can do that jump. If you can't, go into the practice arena and practice it. I know I need to do that for sure. But we're going through here into the new hardpoint. Now, I know they're going to be on the left-hand side, so make sure to use your equipment, kind of utilize your stun and nades. We go through. That guy's going to be, my teammate's on the left-hand side, so now I'm going to play credit corner. I'll tell you what, we'll give you another trap to avoid. Do not play in obvious spots. Here's a perfect example. This is a very, very obvious spot. So look what happens when the guy comes around the corner. He's already pre-aimed on me. Now just think about this. This is really important, and I don't think a lot of people think about this. If I was proned on the floor from a different angle there, he probably wouldn't have spotted me. The reason is because just from muscle memory alone, you're prone to look at the spots that you're expecting the enemies to be in. It's just obvious. It makes a lot of sense, and I think everybody does this. The pros, the casuals, everyone does this to a certain extent. Okay, yeah. I mean, we can talk about a trap. Don't precision yourself, sure. I mean, if you guys need that tip, then yeah, I'm a bit worried for you guys. I don't know what I did right. That was a really, really shit score streak. I chucked the precision, I wrapped around and killed myself. But yeah, back to my point. A lot of people sit in obvious spots, and that's because a few spots are obviously good power positions, but the problem with that is as the game goes on, right, you expect people to be there, and it's a lot easier to read. So I've got a massive kind of tip for you guys. If you can, try to mix up your angles, because you'll be surprised how people don't see you there, and it's really, really important when you catch somebody off guard. And I think the best way to learn, in my opinion, is if somebody catches you off guard when you're playing, use that spot. If they caught you off guard, there must be a reason. There must be a certain spot that maybe you didn't see and stuff like that. But we go through. I got two people in the middle. I got slightly over aggressive trying to watch the tunnel, and I forgot about that angle where you could take me out from. But with 30 seconds left, what I want to do here is get the remaining of this time and at the same time rotate. We're going to go through. As we go through, we're being very, very cautious here. I know as I come out this alleyway, I'm obviously an easy target to go through. We go through. My teammate's in a fantastic position. He does die. We're going to go through. We're going to try to take out this guy in the corner. Now with 10 seconds left again, we can worry about the rotation, but I know that they've got the angle. They're going to be there before me. So it's all about this kill here. So I've got a stun to work with. There's two people looking at me, and I'm doing a good job playing my life. In this moment, you kind of just want to wait for your team to help you and just try to finesse. I mean, finesse is a very important thing here, and we actually managed to do so. So I'm going to go through, and again, another perfect example. This video is a good one to give you guys examples. What the point I spoke about earlier, do not sit in obvious positions. Look what he's doing. He knew exactly where I was going to sit, just because it's a very obvious position. If I was playing a bit to the left on the floor, he probably wouldn't have pre-aimed me, and it would have been an easy kill. But scenarios like that, where they know exactly where you're going to be, it's just a lot easier for them to kill you, man. So we're going through here. As I'm going around this corner, I'm trying to pre-aim, but I want you to be really, really careful in terms of watching this here. As I'm pre-aiming, as I'm backing off, I'm making sure to keep my center aim on the opponent. We go through, we take out one. Great use of equipment here. I'm going to watch over my teammate. Now, while my teammate's on the floor, we're going to watch over him, because we want to get that double team shot in. We want to make sure if somebody comes through the door, we can absolutely fry them. And just like that, with 15 seconds, we're able to sit on the hill. We get another kill, and I mean, so far so good. I think this game was a very, very clean game. Honestly, we played it pretty well, pretty fundamentally correct, and the mistakes that I spoke about, I think you guys can hopefully learn a lot from. This is one of my favorite kind of tutorial guides, so I hope you guys did enjoy 247 to 148. In this scenario, you know you got all the advantage, right? You know that you've got plenty of time to work with. The main thing you want to do in this scenario is don't get complacent. That's something a lot of people do. They get complacent, and right now, another trap to fall in, to be honest, is complacency. If we overcommit here, and with about 20 seconds left, honestly, I would be rotating. No matter the scenario, I will be rotating in this situation just to guarantee the win. But I get a 2-piece, I go through, I slide across the corner, I take out the 3rd, the 4th is there, I get a 4-piece to close out the game. What a better way to close out the game than a 4-piece. Hope you guys enjoy the video and learn something new. If you did, make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. We upload twice a day, making sure I'm documenting my rank play journey, tier list, CDO content, all that good stuff. And yeah, Modern Warfare 3 just got announced as well, man, so I can't wait for that game to come through. When that game comes through, you guys know we're gonna have tutorials, the public side of things, camos, kill streaks, how to improve, all that good stuff. So make sure you guys drop a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in tomorrow's episode. Peace.